Alright, dickheads, welcome back to Cute Bots Artwod Workout. I'm motioning to a blank page. But yeah, draw along with me, right? Let's challenge ourselves, right? Artwod, again, is the only reason I can draw as well as I do. Of course, I put 10 times more of the mileage than they will ever request, right? Because they pander to beginners. Or not pander to beginners, but they definitely, I mean, it's very beginner friendly. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. The point is, artwod is an incredible resource for draftsmanship and drawing from imagination. As you can see from my channel, fucking 250 plus videos of just practicing and just really trying to understand and improve the concepts that they teach. Right now, we're doing a workout, which is an application of their material. Right, a workout is just like, for example, plants, dynamic figures, blah blah blah, cars, scooters. Right. This one is mechs, like cute bots is what the art thing is called. But anyway, the fucking point is, I'm learning hinges right now. I'm practicing hinges. The goal is, I wasn't satisfied with the last two episodes, i.e. the last 2 hours of my day, right? Last two videos, whatever. Not because like it was bad. I actually learned a lot. I want to experience consistently immense cognitive friction, and I don't think I did. I don't think I leaned into that cognitive friction, and I want to derive joy from that friction, just like I say I do, right? And the goal is right now to internalize that hinge mannequin, to draw over it, right? Unique shapes. I've been looking at some Jonas Minnebo. He's a really fucking good mech hard surface concept designer artist, right? JONASMINNEBO. Jonas Minnebo. I believe that's how I say his last name. I'm pretty sure the first name is Jonas, right? I'm pretty sure it's a European name. No, he's not the fucking Jonas Brothers. But yeah, anyways, I looked at some of his examples and how he went about it, like how he essentially encompasses his hinges and how he attaches his hinges. But the main thing for me is I need to visualize and internalize and literally see the fucking full hinge. And I've been getting a little bit better at doing that. I can already see it a little bit right now, like 40-50%. Like 40%, right? And I need to start drawing shapes over it, and I need to just make it extremely difficult, see it from different angles, and just lean into that friction. So that's what we're gonna do. And now that I've set the stage, let's just fucking think really hard and try really hard, right? That's all we can do. So the main thing right now is I need to think about, because he obviously he like draws and designs like larger shapes around his existing hinges, right? So I'm seeing like a lot of these mech concept artists don't actually give a shit about the hinge itself. They actually draw very basic hinges. The hinge mannequin I've internalized is honestly a bit unnecessary, but hey, it's fine, because that's how we're gonna learn, right? And now I just need to and when I looked at the reference for the hinge mannequin, some proportions are off, which is fine. Again, I'm just gonna focus on thinking super fucking hard, because that's all I can control, is just how hard I think, right? And just continuously just keep refining my spatial reasoning, and that only happens through repetition. Nothing else. Repetition is the fucking king. Intentional repetitions is the king. Let's be very clear on that, right? Repetitions where you're actually really trying to understand something and practice something. Let's see. I'm just trying to think out. Well, I'm not thinking out loud. Okay, I guess I can explain what I'm thinking of. What I'm thinking of right now is obviously the hinge mannequin, but I'm trying to figure out again this little angle, right, where it goes and then it curves, and then it goes around the hinge shape, and then it curves back in, right? Curves back in and then comes in. Now, what I'm thinking of is like, what can I draw around that? Right? Literally, what can we draw around that while I continue to think about the hinge mannequin that would make sense? Right? Because we obviously want to encompass it in something, and try to channel a little bit of that Jonas in all of us. Is that a bar? Does that rhyme? Jonas in all of us. No, it's just I just put an accent on it. It's not a fucking bar. But yeah, I'm trying to experience. I'm thinking of the box. I'm thinking of the mannequin. I'm thinking of the mannequin in a different perspective while I'm thinking of the mannequin in this perspective. Right, constantly switching between two perspectives. Trying to actually maintain both perspectives at the same time, which is also very difficult. And I'm also thinking about what I can design around this hinge. And I have to think about, like, how did they do it? How did Jonas do it? Actually, he might have done something like this. Because what I've realized that I learned the best when I just don't even think about what I would do, and I just think about how would this person do it, right? And that's actually helped quite a bit. If you ever want to, here's a tip that may be useful, right? If you ever want to design or draw like one of your artists, and obviously like when you're considering form and spatial reasoning, right? Like that's obviously the fucking precedent I'm gonna set. Is if you want to draw like them, and you want to think about it, and obviously things like design and what type of 3D shapes they use and things like that. Think about what would they do, like what would they do? Like what type of design do you think they would also embody? Right? And I know right now it looks like I'm not doing anything at all, but trust me, I'm fucking thinking, and drawing is thinking, right? I don't give a shit. Like, these videos aren't gonna get any views. None of you really give a shit. I hope you're all drawing on the side, by the way. I hope you're all fucking using me, like putting me on extremely low volume, keep me on the background, keep me on mute, give me that retention, that good retention. But the thing is, right, this is the thinking part where I'm literally trying to problem solve what it is that needs to be done. And maybe this is what needs to be done. And again, I'm going to go very, very slow. Very slow. I'm trying to think, what would this artist do, right? So it's something like that. I don't even think I did that right. Yeah, I didn't do that right. Because it's supposed to be... So that's a huge mistake, which is good. But it's kind of like, okay, well, I can still think about what this artist would do. And I have seen them draw shapes like this. Right? And we're just going to try to copy the intent, by the way, copy the thinking, not copy the drawing, because obviously I don't have it in front of me. But we can copy the intent, because that may be what will get us where we want, right? And again, I'm still thinking about the entire mannequin as much as I can. I'm still trying to think about a different perspective as much as I can. Right? But the main thing is, for me right now, is to try to understand, right? There you go. See? Now that is what I initially had wanted. But let's do something like this. This is still valuable, and it's going to be cut off now. Right? Same thing here. So that's actually the mess up that I did, is this should have been a lot larger. But again, like, I made that decision afterwards. So that's gonna look really retarded on the side, and that's fine, right? Now, what would Jonas do again? Like, what kind of shape would he take place? Well, now we know on the other side, it's attached and then it's coming out like so. Right? And it's just kind of the $1,000,000 question is just if it's coming in this way. Sure, we could do this, but is there not also maybe, and this could look really wrong and bad, but take that risk because I need to try to understand just how these joints can be attached, right? And it's super difficult to think about all of this at the same time, and that's why I'm doing it. Right? Let's just keep it relatively simple. We'll just do something like this. There you go. But that's not good because it doesn't really read well. It doesn't read like a hinge. It doesn't read like anything. So that's a great mistake. I'm going to rest my brain. I'm going to try again. And I encourage you to also rest your brain. But you see, what is it, like 12 minutes? 12 minutes to output garbage. And that's the best part because the garbage is what's going to help you learn. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so I also messed up the perspective here quite badly. So let's keep going and try to do it again from a different perspective while keeping the size and the proportions the same. I love how I say that, and then immediately the proportions changed. Right? Everything changed. One Vagu used the wrong lines. When Viggy used the wrong lines. Vagu is just the retarded version of my nickname that one of my friends gave me, and it's actually quite cute, so it stuck with me. But, okay, again, trying to think about the entire thing. What would Jonas do? What are some shapes that he would have utilized? Right? Probably something like this. And then, let's see. I'm just trying to think. There you go. There you go. Because it's multiple rounding, we do need to make sure that you see a little bit on the other side, right? But anyways, obviously fucked up the perspective here already, but for my own sake. Let's just keep trying to make sense of all of this tomfoolery. And something like that. Okay. Cool. Okay, what would be done? What would be done? Because we need to do something that highlights the hinge, right? So clearly I'm not highlighting the hinge when I do something like this. Like when I'm just blocking it, it's just an obstruction, right? So, and again, I'm drawing this way too big, way too fucking big. It's being drawn. But maybe this can be the other side, actually. Actually, maybe it can be the other side. So let's do something like this then. Right? And I just need to think about what this could be now. Again, what is a quote-unquote interesting shape? What are some things I've learned when it comes to these shapes? Let me try to recall. Well, that means this is over here, actually. That means everything's changed. Okay, so let's just... First of all, let's actually think and make sure our ellipse is correct. And then we can move on to... Let's see... let me think. Oh, okay, I think I know. Right. There you go. Something like that. I'm pretty sure that's something Jonas would do. Yes, Jonas, please do it. Alright, oof, so much thinking involved. No, wait, that's not what it would be like at all. That's incorrect, don't do that. There you go, that's what I would do. That is the correct path. There you go. Something like this, right? And then we can just stop this right yonder. And obviously it's being edited, right, in real time. And again, I'm okay, well, I lost the perspective. Let me just gain it back a little bit. Right, and then this. Cool. But now, the hinge can come through here. It's like, okay, we got that, right? So we can do now, this is something perhaps Jonas would do, right? Is we got to think about a way this cuts through. We can do something like that. Right? And that's where that is. Right? Obviously on the other side I didn't show it properly. But this is what Jonas would do! Good old Jonas saving fucking lives since exactly whenever this episode is released. It's so weird to be calling my fucking practice episodes, but I saw my girlfriend this. I honestly am so glad I started YouTube. Like, holy shit, I feel like my art's gotten so much better ever since I've been narrating and recording and just figuring out my process. I actually don't think I would have made the progress that I did if it wasn't for this fucking channel, to be honest. Like, completely honest. And that's like that, right? There you go. It doesn't really make sense. Actually, logically speaking, it doesn't really make much sense. But... and this ended up becoming way too big. Now, how would I end this? Right. Maybe I could just do something like this. There you go. And... something like that. Okay, so that doesn't really make much sense, but I'm starting to get ideas around the hinge now, right? Which is very important. Let's just finish it off though, because it's important to obviously finish the hinge, right? With how difficult and wrong this was. Like, Jesus Christ, that's so big. That is just incorrect and so big. All of this is incorrect. But here, let's just do this. There you go. I don't even know how to... fuck, I don't even know how to end this. Let's just send it like that. Whatever. Ta-da. Okay, well that's incorrect, but let me rest my brain. Right? There you go. This is the type of drawing session I want to have. Just slow, painful, not painful, sorry. Slow, full of friction, cognitive friction, and genuine, intense effort. Let me rest my brain. Wait, somebody commented on one of my videos. I said this last episode, quote unquote, but just literally an hour, like the previous hour of practice. But yeah, last video, I said this like way deep into the practice. But somebody commented saying, "Wow, you're doing it, like this is awesome, right? You're really working hard. You're living, breathing, and you're just living and breathing art." But I'm not. Apart from today and like a few days ago, where I drew for 3 hours because I felt like I wasn't trying hard enough. I draw for 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, max, right? Usually, and like honestly, it's like fucking the average that I draw is anywhere from 5 to 7 hours a week, right? Some weeks more, but usually, yeah, like a decent amount of weeks more, maybe like 40% of my weeks are this 2 hours a day. But like I had a really busy September and October, or like September especially because my friend's wedding, my birthday, my friend's birthday, which is also the same day as my birthday, like my friend's wedding, and he also had a birthday, and there's a lot of fucking birthdays in September, including mine. But anyways, the point is I don't live and breathe art. I just draw at least an hour a day. But I think about it all the time, and I'm always trying to visualize and figure things out, right? So let's just keep going. The main thing is, like, can I even do something with this? Clearly, I should be able to. What would Jonas do? I think I messed this up. Let me just try to really visualize it. How can I fix the perspective on this? didn't really fix much, but there you go. I just wanted to showcase to myself that. Okay, and then we can I'm just trying to do something. Hold up. Let's open it up almost. Right? But what does that even accomplish? Maybe this doesn't really accomplish much. Yeah, it doesn't really accomplish much. Let's just leave it like that. That didn't really do anything. That this entire like I'm fucking noodling. I'm noodling. I'm not doing anything of value. So clearly I'm not thinking, right? If I'm noodling, I'm not thinking. So you know what? We're gonna section this off. This did not involve any thinking, therefore it is not worth our time. We're just gonna try again in the exact same perspective. Right here. Okay, but I need to think about something. How can we make it so it has... Okay. All right, let me try something. I need to draw this thing smaller, bro. I need to draw it smaller. Why am I drawing it so big? Okay. So I'm gonna have to do in that perspective again, because I don't like how... I don't like how fucking big I'm drawing this. Right? I don't like how... Well, then you know what? I'm gonna use this as an experimentation time to do something that's maybe a bit different. Let's see. This is what I love about drawing, though. Like, we can train ourselves to see things. And I'm training myself as hard as I can right now to see what you're about to see. Hopefully. Because drawing is thinking. I will die on that hill. Let's see. Cool. Is this what Jonas would do? Hold up. Okay. Just trying to keep that perspective and the mannequin in mind while I do this. The mannequin I speak of obviously being the hinge mannequin. Okay, I made that too thick, so it's not really gonna make much sense. Which is why maybe I could do something like this. Okay, maybe that works. And let's see. Again, it's like just trying to figure out what makes sense, right? Like literally just, okay, that's a poor line, but just what sort of design will allow for creative expression, but good lines, right? Good shapes. I think one thing that literally nobody teaches you, genuinely, and I'm going through the trial and error myself, right? So I can attest to this just because I'm doing it, is that nobody fucking teaches you what good shapes are. Nobody does that. There is no fucking course I've seen online that actually teaches you what good three-dimensional shapes are. And I've been begging Artwod to fucking do something about that, to do some sort of what's it called, like shape roadmap or course or something, because nobody fucking teaches you that, man. And it's honestly very it's just a bit annoying, because yeah, I built the spatial reasoning, or I'm building very decent spatial reasoning skills, but what the fuck do I do with it, right? Am I just subject to trying to figure out what good shapes are through trial and error? I get it, that's probably what most people have done. I understand that, but if we're in the age of information, and if we're gonna boast about being in the age of information, then the age of information should provide, fucking lo and behold, information at least on what creates good shapes, right? Even fucking voice crack. Even Antonio's privy to this bullshittery where, like, even the artwod videos, right, or in the shorts, he'll be like, or the artwod courses, you know, the roadmaps, like in his instructionals, he'll be like, just try creating interesting shapes. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, my brain is too rigid, right? I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but what the fuck is an interesting shape, especially when we're thinking three-dimensionally? It's honestly a bit frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, I'm having, this is fine, and again, none of this made sense, so we're just gonna move on, and I'm okay with that, right? But it's like, what does that mean? Nobody fucking taught me what a goddamn interesting shape is. Nobody's ever given any sort of inkling what an interesting shape is. I'm just kind of just shoving it up my ass, and we're seeing what fits, right? Like, is this an interesting shape? I have practiced interesting shapes, quote unquote, don't get me wrong, but I'm having trouble breaking it down to a replicable method, right? And I'm trying, and art, in my opinion, is all about being able to, or any sort of process is about being able to replicate it, right? Yeah, sure, cool, that's interesting. That's fine. Nice. What the fuck do I do with that now? Right? Make a little diagonal, okay. I honestly think that's the main thing that's missing from art education. And if I have to go through the trial and error myself, fine. But I will make a goddamn course, and I will sell you pieces of shit that course. All right? And we will find out, and you will learn what an interesting shape is. If I have to go through the trial and error, I'm charging for those services, you motherfuckers. You think I beg for money as a joke? You think I beg for money as a joke? The real joke is that you think I'm joking. And also, I see nothing wrong with charging money for education, right? Both parties win. I think there's this weird fucking thing where it's like, you shouldn't ever charge for anything. You have to be a fucking saint. Are you fucking retarded? What goddamn world do you live in where just giving out things for free is the best way to survive in this economy? Here's your free fucking education right here, all right? 800, 900, 5,000 hours. 30 years of my life are going to be dedicated to giving you guys the information and education, as in how did this guy get good. So you're welcome. There's your free education. You should value that greatly, all right? And the paid education will be just consolidated information, and obviously, like, very well done and all that stuff. And I'll try to obviously make tutorials and genuine YouTube videos as well, breaking it down. But I'll still fucking charge for a course. Fuck you. All right, and if you and in the future, you'll most likely will actually give a shit about what I have to say, because I'll have proven it with my words. So either you're a moron who doesn't want to practice, or you're a genius who loves my content. You see how I'm subliminally indoctrinating you into buying my shit? Anyways, I can't fucking think right now, and the whole point of this goddamn video was to think. So let's get back to it. I think I made this too large. Okay, but that's a problem to solve, right? It's just a problem to solve. How can we fix that? By perhaps doing this. right? Hold up. Oh, I should start here. There you go. Oh wait, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay, no, we'll start here. There you go. This is a decent outcome. Decent. We just need to think about how we're gonna, because I'm just trying to think out loud. It's like that. So that comes up there, and then we have okay, so clearly I still need to figure this out because I don't understand it. Clearly. Right. Okay, clearly I don't understand this at all. Okay, we're gonna leave this. I don't understand this, and I didn't think hard enough, and we're just gonna keep trying. Right? Maybe I should just encompass it. Maybe that is what I need to do. Right? I just need to encompass this. So maybe something like this. Right? And then that's when, let's see. Right. I guess I just had to adjust for that without meaning to. But yeah, maybe it's just about encompassing it. There you go. And that comes out here. And it's like, we. Right? And then over here also, we. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we. Ta-da! Oh, wait. There you go. That kind of works. There you go, something like that, right? And that's just the hinge being covered by something. And again, obviously I'm still trying to think of the hinge mannequin as much as I can. And then here, so we have this. It's this thing, and it's going back, and it's coming out, right? But maybe we have also something that is covering that, right? I don't think that shape makes much sense. Okay, now it makes sense. And maybe that is the shape that something like that, right? And then we can just have little mechanic shapes there. Does that make much sense? The answer is absolutely fucking not. 40 minutes of not making sense. Okay, so clearly I'm really exhausting my brain, but let's try again, right? And we should try doing it from different perspectives, obviously. And really try to obviously see the entire mannequin. But even something, because again, Jonas uses a lot of large shapes, right? So he would probably do something like this. right? And it would probably, because if I think about it in terms of like that, right? I wouldn't put it past some sort of this shape to exist, right? That causes a lot of and again, it's way too fucking big. I've drawn this way too big. I don't like drawing it this big. But even something like this, okay, well, I messed up the shape here, but right? There you go, that's our hinge, right? That's this shape. And don't want to lose the perspective, so obviously I'm going to keep that in my mind. Same thing here. And then we'll just add the little cylinder. Fucked up that line completely. See? I don't think Jonas would have done any of this. Don't be Jonas. Be the Viggy that the Jonas is meant to be. Deep. Very deep. Right? Still trying to figure out these hinge shapes. But again, it's kind of like, okay, well, it doesn't have to end here, right? I can just keep going and then wrap it around. Like that, right? And does it really have to? Because let me just think. Okay, well, obviously I fucked that up. Been messing up these shapes quite a bit, actually. So clearly I haven't internalized the mannequin to the degree that I want to have internalized it. Right? Which is what's causing a lot of turmoil. Right, whatever. Ta-da, whatever. There you go. That's fine. Okay. I need to think much harder because I don't think I've been doing that to the degree that I need to be. So let's try that again. Right? Again, what kind of shapes? Like large shapes. I have to think. Because, okay, if I were just to get rid of the fucking mannequin completely, right? Like, this is the type of stuff I saw Jonas do. He would do stuff like this. Like, that's the type of shape he would have, right? And then inside of that, roughly, he would have the pivot, right? And yeah, technically, I guess I could have it. You know, I could do something like... Yeah, technically I could. Maybe that's what needs to be reverse engineered, right? Is the... It's like the large shapes first. And again, I am very well aware I keep coming to the same conclusion. But the thing is, There's a difference between coming to a conclusion and applying the conclusion. I want it to be very clear on that. Okay, I can come to all the fucking conclusions I want, but doing it is very difficult, right? That's one thing that I feel as if people need to understand, right? Okay, and then like if you want to add another large shape, you do something from what I've seen like that, right? And then he'd probably connect it like so, something like that. I don't know, right? And this is where we have this shape, right? And that's a fucking hinge right there. That's a mechanical looking hinge right there. Not perfect by any means, but clearly it's a fucking hinge, and it has mech-like shapes. But again, I think thinking about how he sort of utilizes these shapes, right? And then he sort of adds joints around those, you know? So maybe that's something I could do as well. Right? And then maybe this could have a little cutout, which showcases exactly what's happening underneath, which is right, we got our little right there. I've seen this as well. I think the main thing, obviously, as always, is to just keep that joint in mind, right? Because it's very easy to lose it. Very easy to lose it. But again, if I... Oh, well, that doesn't look too good. That looks pretty mad. But not mad. What the fuck is mad? But if that's kind of the angle that we're going for, then maybe I should just try to think about it in terms of what can be kind of surrounding it, right? It's hard to just know what the right thing is, but hey, maybe I'll just learn as I continue to go. Right? Something like that. Right. And then again, they're over there. Obviously, my lines need to be a bit better, but even something like, let's see, or even something like this, where I could this is the ideation part, right? And I add little cylinders attached to it. There you go. That looks pretty mechy to me, right? And same thing on the other side. And then again, like, why does it, like, we can change the proportions, can we not? Can we just... And there you go, that already looks pretty decent. And we can just follow it up with this. And then this is going to be something completely different, right? So clearly this type of mechanical articulation, and yes, I'm using such a big word, articulation, is capable of creating something that's like, okay, that's a joint. That's, without a doubt, that is a fucking joint, right? It's not one you can smoke, but it is one that you can envision as being legitimate. And you can just add little extra things here. It's like, okay, now maybe this is even like some sort of camera, right? Or like some sort of arm. There's a lot of things that can be done here. You know, we can do a decent amount of stuff by just, you know, adding shit, right? And obviously just doing stuff like that, right? Making it a little wireframey. But the point is, I think I'm starting to get a bit of a clearer idea. But the main confusion is always with this back angle. The back angle causes a lot of angst. But let me rest my brain. I'm going to try it again on that back angle. But again, slowly just trying to figure out how to design around these shapes, right? Because we have to articulate it. Like, whatever the fuck, I can keep saying that word over and over, but what that means is that it has to be understandable, is my interpretation. But yeah, let me rest my brain. Water. Okay, I have 10 minutes left. I just want to really keep seeing that mannequin, right? And try to draw things around that. So, let's see, we'll do something like this. Okay, I have a relative idea. Hold up, what is my idea? Let me just think about the mannequin, that hinge mannequin, while I think about what possible idea I could have. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. There you go. And then we have it's fucking, it's always so funny to draw this thing. There you go. Of course I will. Figure out this angle at one point in my life, right? Trying to obviously think about the perspective, but here's where I'm gonna obviously start designing around it, right? It could even be something like this, actually. I think it could literally just be something as simple as this. Right? Like that. That's something that it could be in terms of whatever, like design, right? And again, the biggest difficulty is to always keep internalizing the hinge mannequin Obviously, I put that in the wrong spot. But we can just fix that with that. Right. But that's not what I was trying to do. It actually ended up looking pretty cool. But we'll still do the thing I intended on doing. Okay, so again, I still need to figure out this little curve. Right. But perspective issues aside, let's see, that comes like that. And then we have this thingy on the other side as well, which actually... There you go. Kind of see it from there. Still trying to think about the hinge mannequin, which is the most important part for me. And... okay. See, this is what I like. This is already... this is why I fucking love just repetition, consistency, and just thinking hard. Because I'm already getting hard from all the thinking. Right? It's a skill in and of itself to get a fucking giant rock hard boner while you learn. Did I lie? Did I not say everything is a skill that needs to be taught? And that your butt must also be taught? Taught round buttocks? It's from Shrek. Okay. Let me just think about this. And this is the part where I'm thinking about it from a different perspective, thankfully, so that's helping a lot. But let's see, something like... there you go. I'm just trying to see what that would look like. It would be like this. You wouldn't really see the other part. But let's see, something like that, and then... yeah, this is the size, like this and like a little bit larger, obviously, is the size I need to draw this fucking mannequin as, because I can practice fine lines, and I can practice fine details, and I can still see it, and I can start designing around it, right? This is good. Now this, I'm glad I really fucking put all my effort into practicing and understanding, right? So what shape would this be? What would Jonas do? Jonas, oh Jonas. Jonas, my bonus. Okay. Jonas does need a bonus, considering his art is that good. Kill me. Okay. Right. I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay, I got the perspective in my mind. I'm just trying to see what this can be. A pretty decent idea, but now the shape, it's losing its allure. There you go. A little bit of multiple rounding, I guess you could say. But I'm trying to think. Maybe? Hold up. Lines need to be much finer than that. There you go. And let me just think about how that would attach. While I think about the attachment, let me just do a little bit of this as well. Right. It's not too bad. The hinge does need to make a bit more sense. Or not the hinge, sorry, the attachment to the hinge. That's wrong. Let's just do something like this. There you go. Okay, well that shape still is a bit awkward, but you see, like, it's still a hinge, and it's still attached to something mechanical. This is good. So that was a great session, because I really tried, and I genuinely, for the first time, felt like I tried properly today. Not that I didn't try before, but in terms of like really grinding my brain and internalizing and seeing this mannequin, clearly this is like the size I need to stick with, right? Like this size, maybe not any of these for sure, but like this and a bit larger than that. But okay, that was good. This and like between this range and like clearly this size and this size, like that's like a really small range. But practice my fine details, practice the things around it. Like, yeah, this is a good size too. Like these, you can see that it's a hinge and we can work around it, because at the end of the day I'm going to be drawing intricate mechs, and I'm not trying to have my mech be more than this big, right? So obviously the hinges need to be a bit smaller, so I have to keep that into account. But fuck yes, finally a good, an hour and 2 minutes. Good session. My brain is tired. I'm very satisfied with the effort I put in, and I'm very satisfied that I've actually consistently started to see and think about things and learn things and understand them a bit better. So yeah, it's just trial and error, right? Like the past 2 hours, which are very difficult and very uncomfortable, and I did not dislike them. Like I genuinely appreciated them, because I know those hours are important, and I know that me trying is important. But the effort that I put in right now is just really trying to visualize the mannequin and really trying to see everything, right, to the best of my ability. That's what I need to put in at all times, right? And again, that's a skill, right? To put that much effort in consistently, especially art, cognitive effort, visualizing consistently. But yeah, I hope anybody in the future, because nobody's watching this shit now, but anybody in the future, I just hope this keeps reinstating that you're on the right path. If you're struggling, if you're really struggling, and you can see how much I've been struggling, not just this video, but the past video, the video before that, like just in general, like 90% of my videos, 90% of my practices, I'm constantly being like, oh, my brain, right? But as you can see, the more effort you put in, the more you just really focus on enjoying that effort, and you just your goal is just to work hard. Hard work is the fucking goal, right? So as long as you just worked hard and you did your best, right? I knew I didn't work as hard as I could have, but now after this, I'm like, okay, I worked as hard as I could have, right? Like I really expended my brain energy, expended my brain energy, right? Which is fun, because I have to go play piano and I have to practice my piece. So I might actually play it on recording at one point once I've fully finished it, right? Next one right now, it's Waltz in A minor by Chopin, and then the next one is Solfeggio, right? Which is that one looks so fun. It's a level 6 piece apparently, right? So yeah, and I got there in just a year and 9 months, right? So that's not even a humble brag. That's just a showcase that anybody can get to any point, provided they put intentional hours in. Complete side tangent, but yes, I hope you tried. I hope you really put your best foot forward as much as you could, right? Because we have different days. Some days you can only put in 40%. Just put 100% of that 40%, like as much as you can as the end goal. But this was a great session. This was really good, and we just need to work on creating clear, multiple rounded shapes. And I honestly might just. Okay, by the way, I'm going camping to celebrate my friend's birthday. My friend's birthday was today. Like, happy birthday to him, piece of shit. He's also 28 now. Woohoo. Anyways, happy birthday, Mr. O. He's never watching this. Right? 1997, October 9th. Let it be known, Mr. O was born. But what's it called? I'm going camping, so that's why I've been drawing like even more than I usually do, apart from wanting to for the past week, because I got a huge backlog and I can just set it up. But apart from that, I'm also not gonna be drawing like this, like for until Sunday. It's Thursday right now. I'm going Saturday morning, but I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, so it's not gonna be these recordings. And then I'll be back Sunday, and I might draw, might not, might just start Monday again, right? and we'll go from there. But it'll have been a few days, is all I'm trying to say, is since I practiced this. So let's hope spacing, not let's hope, let's just simply believe in the spacing effect, and that my mind will have learned what it needed to learn. So when we come back, we're even more ready to tackle and just really, really think hard and put our best foot forward. But yeah, as always, I hope you tried. I hope you drew along. I hope you had fun, right? The answer to all those hopes is yes, yes, and yes, because you're doing your best. You're doing your best? You're doing your best. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ, can't even be motivational. And that's all that matters. But that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. I keep trying. And please give me money, thank you.